afternoon, everyone. So today we are going to see a new topic in stores management. Yesterday we have seen the inventory models. Today we are going to see a different topic in inventory management. That is how we are going to manage the inventory by using uh, some techniques of controlling the stock and some codification, classification, simplification, and standardization of materials. So why we have to do these all things? In order to manage the items, we need to go for classifying them and giving codes to them to easily recognize that and to manage them. And we have some standards to we have to make some standardization, and we have to make it very simple in order to manage them. So those techniques that we are going to see today. So in this unit, we are halfway through, and we'll be completing by tomorrow, if time permits, or we are going to take 1 day or 2 days in order to complete our syllabus. So this unit 5 is completely bestowed for stores management and recording the materials and inventory, uh, how we are going to manage them. So there are some techniques. Normally, a manager will be using these own things. So those techniques, we need to masterize them so that we can easily manage this inventory in a very good way. So in order to maintain, to have the recap of the last session, we have seen some stores management, I think, in the end of our yesterday's talk. Uh, so here we'll be seeing part 4, the same stores management related things only. Now I'm going to present the screen. Please respond whether you are going to see that screen or not, so that we can continue. Try to unmute yourself and see whether you can see this starting slide or not.
Yes, sir.
Anyone? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So yesterday we have seen about stores management, objectives of stores management and stores management system. We have seen there are 4 types of materials normally we are going to handle. That is the raw materials, unfinished goods, and transit inventory and cycle inventory and functions of stores. We have seen, and today we are going to see the material management, that is materials controlling. How we are going to control these materials. Materials control, we need to control, otherwise it becomes out of stock. For that reason, we need to control those materials. So today's topic starts with materials control. It may be defined as a system which ensures availability of the required quantity of material of proper quality at proper time, at the same time avoidance of unnecessary blocking up of capital in stores. So the controlling mainly specifies that availability, we have to see that, and proper quality and proper time, without avoidance of unnecessary things. It should be there in the stores. The system of material control should be so comprehensive that it covers the whole procedure from the point when order is placed with the suppliers up to the stage until the materials are consumed in the production. So this controlling of material starts with the raw material and ends with the finished goods when we are going to distribute to the dealers, suppliers, and wholesalers. Main objectives. The objectives of availability, the objective is, one is availability, next is proper quality and price. So we have to ensure the quality and price, and we have to see that there should be only the minimum wastages, not the heavy wastages we have to see. So our objective of this materials controlling is reduction in the wastage and no overstocking the things. If you are going to overstock the things, then there will be the less sales. So we have to replenish the goods when the stock it reaches the reorder level. And information about the availability of the stock compulsory we have to maintain how much is sold, how much is remaining, how much is damaged, and how much we have to give the order. That information available to stock at each and every slots, how many stock is available, that information we need to gather. And minimum loss during the process, so transit loss should not be there. We have to reduce that. That is the objectives of material control. If we want to control the materials, compulsory we have to see the availability, proper quality, and price, minimum wastage, and no overstocking. Information about the availability of stocks and minimum loss during this process. So we have some important things in this particular material control. The one is the proper coordination of all the departments. So this material controlling and what you call the stores management should have the connection with all the line departments like marketing, finance, HR, and R&D, and we have production unit, purchasing department. All departments, the proper coordination should be there so that the information we are going to draw from each and every department, it it will be very useful to maintaining the stores and economy in purchasing. So we have to see that what is the best in quality and less in prices, competitive prices, that we have to see and we have to purchase. And operating system of internal checking must in each and every department, mostly in the production department, we need internal checking. So phase wise, like uh, we need to maintain standards, and we have to see that the storage norms we should be having, and we have to know the standards, what are the norms are there, then we have to start maintaining them. So the importance of the stores management or the material control is centralization of purchasing is advisable, because if you are going to decentralize, the people will be purchasing in different forms and different standards and different prices, then it is lost to the organization. So centralized buying if you are going to do, then the bulk order we are going to raise and bargaining power will be with us, and we can bargain upon the price, and we are going to get at low cost and low prices the materials due to centralization of purchasing. So standard forms we have to maintain. We have to say that these are our standards and these particular stock only we have. As I was coming from Bhutpur to Tirchala in the morning for the squad duty, then I could see some lorries with filled of maize, that is maize crop. They have been packed in the bags, and so much lorries with heavy loads are waiting on the road. Some 100 to 150 vehicles are there. Then I happened to stop and ask these drivers why you are standing here. They say that there is a feed, fodder feed manufacturing unit is there. They want to sell their produce. This lorry is containing this maize. So then why stoppage? Directly they can take notes? No, they are checking the samples and they are checking the moisture levels, and then they are taking the stock inside. So this checking and internal check is taking much time to see all the bags and to see the weighment and to check the quality of that particular seed, maize seed. They are taking time. So there is a waiting of so much of lorries on the road. So because a company when it receives the material, compulsory they will be having a quality check. They are going to check the payment, they are going to check the quality, they are going to check the invoices, whether it is properly maintained or not, properly transported or not, property bills are there or not, and their invoices they are going to check, and their addresses they are going to check. Then only they are going to give a way to these lorries to get into this. So standard forms they are going to maintain, and storages compulsory. They have to check the space availability, and they have to store the materials in a proper manner, otherwise they will become deteriorated. And determination of minimum quantity, so they have to see that minimum stock will be maintained in their stores, and a proper and effective system of stock controlling they need to have. And development of a system of controlling accounts, accounting system they have to maintain. They have to collect the invoices, they have to see the payment, they have to see the transport cost, they have to maintain all the accounts relating to that production and material controlling. And regular reports of materials purchased should be derived, means today's stock, how much we have received and how much we have got that lots, correct lots, any rejections or there, that we need to produce the reports. If you go back, as I said, classification of items of a store compulsory. We need to classify the items. Why we need to classify the items? Because to make the variation and to easily pick up the things, we are going to classify the items. First, raw materials. They are used in making of products like iron, pig iron in a steel plant, raw cotton in a textile, and there are stored according to the type of materials, because the iron, cotton, and it differs. The material it differs, so they are going to store in different ways, not all in one. So they have to classify the uh, products like raw materials. Also, they need to classify spare parts. These are the parts purchased from outside source and used in assembling of final product or repair of the production equipment. They are placed in bins. Bins means like a boxes and racks separately. Each bin is allotted for one item, and rust prevention is done by the coating the materials where necessary with oil, grease, etc. Some of items need special attention when they are in the stores. So deterioration of the material should not be done. Spare parts should be separated because they are used to for assembling. Because earlier raw materials they are used for manufacturing or conversioning that particular iron into the steel and raw cotton into the textile. That way their processing will be done. But here spare parts are the semi-finished goods. They are used for assembling the thing. And not to get damaged, they need oiling and greasing with the thing. Some methods to preserve them are explained here. Rubber parts such as belts, mounting pads, tubes, tires should be stored in a dark room. Talc powder can be used. Even I think so many people have the two wheelers with you. When you are going to purchase a new tube or a tire, you can see the talcum powder in that. Why? Because they are not going to deteriorate that tires and tubes, and they should be kept in the dark room in order to protect from the sunlight. Instruments, electric or electronic parts should be stored in a dust-free condition, preferably in a air-conditioned room where possible. Anti-rust oil and compound can be used. So electric and electronic items, they easily get contact with the moisture and they become rust. They can get, if you want to get rid of rust, anti-rust oil we have to use, or we have to place this in the air conditioned room, so that we are not going to uh, uh, change the quality of that particular product. So welding rods should be stored in the moisture free conditions, because this welding rod easily catches what you call rust. So it should be moisture free. Bearing should be cleaned in a solvent oil and after inspection repacked with the grease. Ball bearings will be there. Normally, if you buy ball bearing, compulsory it will be greased in it. Otherwise, that doesn't work. That box doesn't work. Kept in a plastic covers and bags. So we have to store this greased product in a packed things. Otherwise, what happens means this becomes rust and they will be useless. If you are going to invest so much of amount in buying those things, And if they are useless, then it is a gain loss to our company. So for that reason, what we'll be doing means we are going to place these products, greased products, in a covers or bags. Shafts, gears should be stored after complete painting with water protective film. And you would have seen a number of times in a medical shop, you can see a glass where will be there photosensitive products that cannot be seen. It will be preserved over there. He is going to open and he is going to give that medicines. So some kind of protecting will be there. So if you want to store these shafts and gears, compulsory we need painting with water protective film. And next, fasteners, screws, washers, rivets, auto spares are stored in shelves after treating with hard, tacky, and preservative film will be there over that. Otherwise, even they are going to be damaged usage of moisture. Tools, jigs, fixtures, and instruments should be carefully stored and the cutting edges should not be spoiled. Separate racks and bins should be made specially for keeping these tools. Tools should not be allowed to come into contact with each other. Preservation from the rust is also essential, and they are not allowed to get rust. So these tools are should be used in the separate bins so that these tools, if they get contact to one another, that will be damaged. Finished goods. These are the products which are ready for being transported to the consumers and used and are stored in package properly. So, always you would have seen after manufacturing every product like biscuits, chocolate, even we have the home appliances. When you are going to buy any product, it will be wrapped well under the plastic covers or the cartons or the wooden material or anything they are going to wrap. Why this packaging is done means in order to protect that particular product from the damage. So packaging is very important and plays a vital role in making the product look fresh. Even you would have seen some apples. You can see Himachal Pradesh apples when come down to our southern states, they will be very looking very shining and they will be very fresh. Means they are applied with a wax. If you take a blade or something, if you are going to remove that outer skin, start removing, you can see that wax will be on that. So the wax plays a vital role in making that particular apple look shiny and very quality. So next, this is the classification. How we are going to do means raw material separately we are going to do, spare parts we are going to do, and we are going to maintain, preserve these particular products in this manner. So general supplies, you can see these materials articles which are consumed in the process of manufacturing but do not become a part of products such as fuel, oil, lubrication oil, greases, paints, and messy and so soon dirty. So they are stored separately, general supplies, and tools separately. Finished products with a wrapper. So this is how we are going to classify the products. So next is codification. How the code is given to a particular product. The code, uh, I can show the product having the code. This measuring meter has the code. I'm looking for the code. I don't have that. I think it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I can show you this is open reel. I can stop sharing. I am going to show you a product wherein how they have given this code to this. I have a product. This is a measuring thing. It's a tape It's a tape. It's a very long tape. You can see this, the size, how much meter, very open reel this is. This much tape, I think you never have seen. I could find over here in the college. I'm using for demonstrating. So you can see some codes are written over here about the product. I can read out FML. They have written over here, and they have given some 100 328 feet open reel PVC coated fiber glass open measure. This is open reel, it is called, and FML is a code for this they have given. So what I mean to say is, for every product they are going to give some barcode type and some numbers they are going to give. That is nothing but codification. By that code they can find the manufacturer, the date of manufacturing, and they can find the price also. At least you would have seen when you are going to buy some item like a plastic product, anything, the seller is going to write some A20, A45, 60, 60Z, he's going to write, and he says that particular code, and he's going to tell the price. And if you ask him, where is the price written? It's the code, we have given the code, and this is the price you have to pay, otherwise you leave the store. So why he has given that? Because in order to easily identify, that is, A means particular, that is A items, B items, C items you would have done, and in that 20 is the 20 margin we have to get, or here 20 into 4 times would be the price. That may be the reason. So we cannot say how he would have done the coding. Normally, how the codification of items will take place, that we are going to see now. What is mean by codification? How this codification is done? What is in it, that we are going to see in this particular slide. So, in order to identify correctly, to avoid confusion, and to save the time and efforts to locate the item, proper codification is necessary. The proper codification has following advantages. To avoid lengthy description, no need to write the name in a full length, and to have a correct identification. If you are going to tell, even if you visit any supermarket or hypermarket, they are going to use the barcode reader. Just by showing this barcode reader, and that system is going to convert into the some RT20 or RT550, then it is going to give the item name, and it is going to write the quantity and unit price you are going to get, and the total you are going to get. So that is the barcode reader. And nowadays you would have seen online payments have come into picture. We are using phone pay, Google pay, and Amazon pay in our purchases, and then we are scanning the QR code, that is quick reader. That code, it is going to take us to that particular account, and we are going to close our transaction. That is codification. So why we have to do that codification? Because to avoid confusion, at the same time saving the time and efforts to locate the item, and proper codification is very much necessary. Otherwise, the biggest giant retailer, IKEA products, IKEA, has come to high tech city, that is in the Hyderabad. There, furnitures are on sales, and highest furniture the product is sale is the bookshelf, because the designer they have done a great number, and there the display of furniture will be there, and there will be a tag, and in the tag some codes will be there. Just by seeing that code, we can find where the products are there: shop number 11, floor number 2, rack number 3, and there it is placed at that particular. Just we can see that tag, and just we can visit there. Number of items will be there. In each and item we have the code and the price and barcode reader. Just we can, from there we can click and we can order it. So that is how the codification will be, to prevent duplication, to standardize the items, to reduce varieties, to facilitate recording, accounting, and costing, and easy locating and indexing, where it is easily we can find in the shelf. You would have seen, uh, if you are going to call HP gas dealer, or the Bharat gas dealer, or Indian gas dealer, he is going to ask, tell your number. If you are going to tell name, he said no, no number, just you tell your number, 92476, then 9000. He goes to that particular bin 9000 area, then he is going to keep a hand. Next number he says 9400, 400 is going to be less. Then next he will say that is to 27. He is going to pick up that card and he is going to book that. So that was earlier manual work. Now, just if you are going to send SMS, then that particular gas number will be issuing a token number saying that it will be delivered. So that is codification is going on. Even in our project works or the thesis, we are going to maintain a code book because lengthy surveys forms will be there, lengthy fields will be there, 20 columns, 30 columns will be there. We need to draw the data from these respondents, then we need to codify things. If he says yes one and no two, and if he says otherwise, that is four. So that we are going to count and we are going to say how many ones has come, how many no's has come, and which is 70% has said yes, 70% has said no. Like this, we can make the analysis. So that is essence of codification. So following systems are generally used for codification, that is alphabetical or letter code system on mnemonic system. Each class of item, mnemonic means that is what you call for memorizing the things. Memorizing, we are going to keep some letters or letter codes for that, easily we are going to remember that each class of item is designated by specific letters. Assignment of letters are generally done with haphazardly or in a manner conducted memorization. Mnemonic, I mean, letter one is known as mnemonic, that is brass screw, BS he says, and it is steel screw, SS he says. This is the letters is going to use in order to indicate that particular screw. Numerical system has come into. Under this system, specific number is assigned to denote a particular class of material. Some 123, 144, 101, and 51, 56, 96, 97. They are going to keep a number series. And the decimal system. Under this system, the digits of integral part will represent a basic unit and decimal part represents a subgroup of that particular unit. Each digit of the decimal represents further classifications of material. So, if he says 5.1, so in a fifth row, there is a shelf called 1, in that is a particular group. Or he can say that fifth is a MBA course, in that 1 is the first semester. Like that, we can say the 5.1, the decimal system that they can come out with. Now, if you want to say you are in which semester, that is MBA second year, you are in the third semester. 2.3, if I am going to say MBA second year and you are in the third semester, easily I will know. Or if I am going to say 2.1 in other sense, the second year, first semester, that will be the third semester. So decimal point system codification will be done in this manner. And block systems, under this system, block numbers is a earmark for particular type of materials. The numbers 1000 to 1099, 1099 may be reserved for lubricants and greases. Like this, 1000 series, so they are lubricant, we can say. So block system. Combination system, alphabetical, numeric, mnemonic and decimal system are combined in this. So this is a hybrid thing, I think. All the things they are going to give in that particular item code, so that easily you are going to identify which type of product it is and how it can be easily found. So codification, last one is combination system. In this, all alphabetical, numeric, mnemonic, decimal systems are combined in this system. So codification is used properly classify equipments, raw materials, components, and spares to suit the particular needs of any organization. The codification is helpful to prevent multiplicity 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 of the stores, and we can say that which are caused by the normal practice, and describing the materials. So the main features of rationalized code are it describes an article objectively. I'm going to show you. I have my slide. I'm going to share the screen. You can read yourself. This codification. Main features are rationalized over here, and it describes the article, and it is an alphanumeric 8 code. So here it describes an article progressively and from the general to particular. So the main features of this code means 8 numerical digits will be there. Example, you can see self-explanatory. For example, you would have seen that first two digits 03 indicates that arc welding electrodes, and second one you can see, second one two digits, that is a 15. So firstly you would have seen that first two digits, that is 03, indicates arc welding electrodes, and second digits they are going to indicate that one indicates that manual electrodes. So third one, fifth, 15 indicates two digits. You would have seen in this example 0301 and 1515. 1515 is there. First one is radian 12 SWG size. First two digits indicates that arc welding electrodes, and second two digits 01 indicates manual electrodes, and third two digits indicates radian, and last two digits indicates 12 SWG, that is the size. The code has got enough flexibility to absorb all the materials of the concern and has provision for unforeseen contingencies. First two digits indicate that main group, that this is all materials are divided into 100 main groups. Say for instance 10 gases, 20 chemicals, and 42 screws and 64 hand tools. Third and fourth digit indicates the type of the article. So what I mean to say in this example is, if you are going to give 03, 15, and 15, it indicates that it is radian 12 SWG. This is the size. So in every codification of any product, they are going to come out with some numeric digits, that is the 8 digits. Then it will be coded like this. To make it simplification, the standardization of these materials and some simplification of materials management, if you want to do, then we have to go for simplification of the process. The simplification is the process of reducing the variety of products manufactured, and simplification is concerned with the reduction of product range, assembles, parts, materials, and design. So the simplification involves fewer parts. So the concepts of simplification is closely related to standardization. So normally, if we want to make the materials very simple, so involves fewer parts. Only some we are going to take, and varieties, change in products. This reduces manufacturing, operation risk, and obsolescence. Simplification reduces variety, volume, and remaining parts may be increased. Simplification provides quick delivery and better after sales services. Simplification reduces inventory and thus results in better inventory control. And it also lowers the production cost, reduces the price of a product, and simplification improves product quality. So these are the advantages of simplification, and simplification of these items we need to do in order to reduce the range, assemblies, parts, materials. So this is simplification. And then next we have the standardization. So in this chapter we are going to see, means in this today's class, one is a materials control, how we have to control the materials. Objectives are availability, proper quality and a price, minimum wastage and no overstocking, information of availability of stock, minimum loss during the process. So material control means ensuring the availability of required quantity of material, the proper quality at proper time, and at the same time we have to avoid this unnecessary blocking. So after controlling the materials, we have to go for classification of materials. In this classification, we have types, that is two types, that is raw material and spare parts, and we have so many methods for preserving these spare parts. So rubber items, electronic items, welding rods, bearings. And the third one is the general supplies, mostly consumed at the processing manufacturing. Directly product it might not be available, like fuel, oil, lubrication. So they are to be stored separately. And tools, they need to be stored separately, and finished goods, they should be wrapped and they should be made. So these are the five things. So after classification, we'll go for the codification of the things, because the lot size, batch size, the material thing, and the name of that material or the item that we need to know. For that, we are going to have some types of codification, that is alphabetical order or numerical system, decimal system, log system, or combination of these all systems we have. So it's a recap. This codification uh, can be done for the raw materials, components, pairs, and to suit the particular needs of any organization. So the main features of this is, example, we can go with the 8 all numeric code, that is 03011515. It means is the item name, that is radian. 12 SWG is the particular thing, and they are welding electrodes and manual electrodes. So it is going to show. So first two digits indicate the main group, and all other meetings are divided into 100 main groups. So they say that, for instance, 10 gases, 20 chemicals, 42 screws, 64 hand tools, means they can write the main two digits of particular main group, and they can go with this. Third and fourth digit indicates the type of article that we can do. So simplifying the thing is reduction of product range. So many things we have to bundle up, and we have to divide this after, like classification. We have to standardize how much they should be there. So these are the advantages of simplifications. Now we are going to see the standardization. The standardization is the process of defining and applying the conditions to ensure that a given range of requirements can normally be met with a minimum of variety and reproducible and economic manner on the basis of the best techniques. So here, standardizing anything is defining that particular thing and applying some conditions to give a range. If I'm going to say exactly, if I'm going to say the class is for 45 minutes, means I have standardized the class. If you are going to take 45 minutes, truly it's very good. And if you are going to keep a period of 1 hour, and if you are going for only half an hour class, that it is not standardized. Minimum, if you are going to have a class of 1 hour, minimum 45 minutes is the minimum thing that we have to deliver the class. So this 45 is the standard thing. If you are going to have 50 minutes or whole 60 minutes, if you are going to use, that is the best. So standardizing the things means, if I am going to have the particular range of products and the stock, 80% of stock, if you are going to meeting, that is standardized. And some people they think 95% if I are going to maintain it is standardized. According to our company, 100% of material should be there, then it is standard. So it is the process, it is the way how a company or a person is going to define that particular conditions, applying conditions to ensure that given a range of requirements, a minimum variety. What it says, minimum range of requirements can be normal met within minimum of variety and it will produce. So economic way, the best technique is that you need to set a standards for your institution, for a class, for a items, for a quality, for a pricing. You would have seen in the pricing that is we should not move up to 90%. We will maintain up to 80%. The standardization of pricing, price fixation will be only 80%, not more than that. There will be no. That examples, we have the piston industry. Standardized sizes of the piston are produced for different. This is engineering mechanical background example, that is different products. Federal Mogul is a producing piston for many industries like Maruti, Sanyong, as well as manufacturing like BMW also. So standardized sizes they are going to maintain. Nut and bolt industry. Standard nuts and bolts are produced so that they can be easily available in the market in the care of requirement. So standard things, quality goods, not China products. So standard goods they are going to mint for long run. If you are going to use them in a long run, it will be very useful. So standardization procedure. So how we are going to make the standardization of materials or items. So steps we have are involved in this is with the help of market research, sales statistics decides what to sell in future. Then define the standard range of products, means how much we have to produce and how much we have to sell in the market and how much the market is the demand. Otherwise, will we affect, as I said, if there is a demand for one and a company will be coming out in the lakhs of products and there will be no sales. So, for that bullwhip effect should not be there in estimating and forecasting the sales. Compulsory, we have to define some range of products. From the range, ask the designer to develop minimum variety of components to match the range. So, in each range, few items we have to produce and let the orders come up and shoot up so that we will be matching that demand with our production. So the productivity should not begin just as it like or without any estimation. So for making that we need to get standardized. If we are going to make it the standardized, then we are going to come out with flourishing results. So profitable also will be there. If you are not going to do in that manner, then you will be in the soup and you will be in the loss. So this is what we have got today, that is material control. Next is classification of items, next is codification of items, next we have simplification and standardization. So in standardization of materials we have some procedures like bin card system, double bin card system, stores ledger. That is, bin card system means a bin will be there placed in each and every floor and each in the, with the departments. In that bin, they are going to write a sheet about their requirements, and by evening we are going to collect that requirement, and we have see that in the next day we are going to give them requirements what they have need. This is bin card system. A card, they are going to write their requirements, then the cards will be selected. Bin card means within a bin they are going to place a card. I need some 100 white papers, he is going to write. Somebody needs 100 screws, they need, or somebody will be telling they need some stationery, somebody will be telling some raw material they need this much. This, by evening they are going to collect all these cards and they are going to make the requirements and they are going to send to all the departments. So next is the double bin system. Double bin system means this municipality nowadays the people, so in case of Swachh Bharat, the people are coming out with the two bins. That is, one is green bin and another is a blue bin. They say that moisture contents waste should be placed in that green, and in the blue we have to go over in the dry waste so that we can separate the waste and we can go for recycling the things. Double bin system. That they are maintaining a Swachh Bharat, but in industries, double bin system means one will be urgent and another will be the ordinary. Urgent and ordinary. Urgent will be in the red color, a bin will be there, or some other color will be there, and a green color they are going to maintain for the ordinary, and they say that things what you need should be placed in that. So I'm going to write 100 white papers ordinary, and I'm going to say that blood I need for this emergency counter. Then I'm going to put in one bin. The red bins will be collected within 1 hour, and they are going to meet the requirements in 1 hour. This another bin they are going to collect in the evening, and they are going to send after 1 week or 1 month, and they are going to see that when it will be completed. So that is double bin system. And stores ledger, how it will be there tomorrow we are going to send a bin card, double bin, and stores ledger. So this is all for today. This are the things I got for you in the class for today. What I mean to say is try to stay for few more minutes. I'm going to take the online attendance. I'm going to record again new attendance. Okay. Now you can leave. We have completed our class.